kind of doing this on short notice, but I was going to do some other stuff tonight. I think there's some communication issues going on. I don't know. But last night over on Mike's California server, I had probably one of, I would say, probably the most rewarding experience for five, since any train simulating, for that matter. Unfortunately, I got, I don't know if I got carried away or I got confused or whatever, but I'm not going to get into that tonight. I'm just trying to get my mind off of that. Maybe sometimes I take things the wrong way, so I'll just leave it at that for now. And hopefully nobody's offended. There's a little personal issue. I'm not going to say anymore. I'll just leave it at that. And I'm not going to say, what it's all about. Okay, I'll just keep it between us. I'm not talking about us. I'm just talking about what's on my mind, but like I said, sometimes I take things personally, so who knows. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to shut the hell up, because that's not what this is about. Gonna do something different. Instead of worrying about procedures or worrying about, pleasing the masses, I'm just gonna do something, I guess, just to try to get some data. Because I've been curious I've been told how, roughly speaking, how it works. But tonight I'm gonna test the hell out of it. And I'm not gonna do it in a normal sense, because I'm just going to take a different way, a different approach to it in a controlled environment. So I got 3 hours that I'm going to put into this right now. We're coming up to 8 o'clock. And basically this is going to hopefully take my mind off things, and I'll try to enjoy it, or try to at least see how things go. Let's see here. So let me start by loading up version 2 up, Run8. And it is 8 o'clock right now, so we'll get that going. I was tempted, to try Selkirk. Just because it is a control, but I'm not too familiar with Selkirk. I'm just thinking a little outside the box. Switching takes a long time. So, and running trains and all that other stuff. We got the AI, we can do this, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know what the AI zones are in Selkirk, to be quite honest. So, maybe not the best place to do it. Wow, they have those cool looking buildings in Selkirk? I haven't even seen that yet. Unfortunately, it's a route that I have, but I don't use it much. But anyways, so let me just go back into what I'm familiar with, and we will start somewhere in the neighborhood of what time are we at here in this thing? I don't know if I want to change the clock or change the date or what the hell I want to do, to be quite honest, yet. But we'll figure it out. Using the hump, it's probably the easiest way to at least sort the cars that are coming in. The best place to bring the trains in the quickest way, I guess, would be Daggett. Could even use potential. You can even use Old Yard, maybe. Not too sure here. So think Daggett's the closest that I can spawn, or Yermo or whatever. So I gotta see this here. Let me see. Yeah, if I start bringing them in... Oh, jeez. I'm just trying to think of the best way to... That to me is the closest way of bringing trains in and switching and then playing around with the experiment. See how it works. And I can run trains down Cajon Sub, and maybe I can run other ones. I might run some down Needles or something. I'm not going to worry about trying to play around with priority trains or trying to play around with HPT and stuff like that. I think we know that I'll go into that in a bit here, but let's get started. First of all, I'm going to get out of that, and like I said, this is experimental, so I'm not even exactly sure what I'm doing at this point, but I got a pretty good idea. I'll give you a, here. Let me just go into this for an example. What I plan on doing is this. I plan on way over yonder, and of course I got to fly over there. It's a little further away than I expect, but unfortunately I'm going to have to at least run the trains the distance. Like I said, maybe I'll run some down Cajon Sub. Maybe I'll run a few other places as well. I know in some places you have to get in and out of the simulator. Wow. Did I miss it? That's a long ways. That's a lot longer than I thought. There it is. Okay. So the trains are going to spawn over here at Yermo. They're going to run down here. I'm going to have a fleet set up for the signals to come this way. And at first, I'm just trying to think now how I want it, because I don't want to be dispatching like crazy either. First, I might just deal with manifest and see if I can deal with capacity. Well, you know, oh man, I could go this way too. Let me just see something here. I'm gonna deal with the spawn points and see what's in the areas. The hump is the easiest one, but in some ways maybe it's not. So let's just try that and see here. So what I'm trying to do is, in a controlled environment, I'm going to create my own industries. Just test industries. And I don't, you know, I can even go and do it all here. Oh shoot, I went the wrong way. Let's go back here. We got some stuff in here. It doesn't have to be a specific industry either. I'm not too worried about that. In fact, it could be yard tracks. It could be all kinds of things, to be quite honest. I don't even know what the track numbers are here, to be quite, you know, I don't know much about it. How it actually works, or how things would progress if I was to try this or not. So that's one area. Let me see what else I got. I think that's probably one of the closest areas I can come to a yard where I can actually assign certain tracks, and then take it from there. So we got one track coming out. I believe the spawns are on that track right here. So if I was to run trains coming in, and I don't want to run them back the other way, although I could. I don't even know where they're supposed to go when they head down that way. I think they all spawn right here. Let me just double check on that, but alright. So, let's see. I got over here. There's some industries here. Oh yeah, that's the exchange thingamajiggy. Oh man, this is gonna take a long time, even to do a control experiment. So I don't want to waste too much time, but let me see what other areas we'd be spawning out of. There's Jastro. I think the one spawns right here. Jastro or somewhere around there. No, it's like right here it spawns, I think, coming up to the signal or something like that. So I mean, there's stuff there, but I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to deal in small, or deal in large, or just try a few things out and see what happens. I'm just kind of curious. Because the demand it's supposed to pick up on what's available. So I'm really curious if you could run like a short line type experiment, perhaps. Like let me just try something here. Control I, is it? Yeah. No, that's industry config. I didn't want to do that. That's industry config as well. Control F2, is it? I always forget the numbers. No. There's so many dang key combinations and I'm always forgetting what it is. Is it Shift F2? That's the one. Okay. See, this is going to start spawning crap. Two's the minimum. One hour is the max. All right. That would do it every 2 minutes. I don't know if I want to do that. Because I can work on the AI portion as far as what trains come out. Like if I was to do BNS Bakersfield now, and I spawn one, just like that, and the train arrives, and so yeah, it even pops by. It doesn't goes into the wrong total side of the yard there. I don't know if I want to deal with that. It's actually a pretty cool place, considering we got one industry there, but then after that it's kind of, I don't know. There's not much else to go from that area. So let's look at the various spawn locations. We'll delete that. Let's track Bolton's. Colton Crossing. I could take a look at that. That's not too bad actually, because then I can play around in the auto yard. So if I was to spawn at Colton, Maine, think that's the one I want. Yeah. Okay. That gives me a pretty, actually, that gives me a pretty good run of trains that are coming through. So if I'm to look inside of here, oops, I'm going the wrong way again. I look inside this way here, and then I just run right down. See, then I got myself a yard to go playing around with here. I've got the intermodal, I've got all kinds of different things that I could potentially play with right there, just to give me an idea as far as capacity. I could work on particular industries. There's a lot I could do. Colton's actually a pretty good idea, and who's to say I can't see, it's already Colton Crossing Main 1. I don't know if it just did the same thing. Probably did. Alright. So that's another one. Let me see what else there is. See if that's the same one there. They had a Lenwood. What do they got Lenwood for? Interesting. Needles, main 1, BNSF Needles, main 2. All right. So this is interesting then. So Needles is the other one. I can just go through the entire. I can go through the entire list and basically call it anything really at this point. So to work with the AI side, try to deal with the probabilities. Like when you have a probability, okay, you look at this point here, you got the probability of where it's going to spawn from. I could play around with that. List a whole bunch of trains, maybe going into that perhaps. You know, have them all set up or whatever, like the various ones, and then just from there try to figure out what trains are actually running. So I can go that way, because when you go into train types, then you get into other probabilities. So at least I could get a pretty good indication as to what's going on. I don't think I need to go into what the trains are, like as far as the priority, as I was saying, because the priority just works as far as how much HPT it puts on the train. So maybe I could play around with that. So I don't know if I want to. Okay, let's get out of this, and we'll do a few things here. First of all, I'm going to exit out of the simulator. And no, I'm not smoking anything. This is just an experiment, so yeah, got people already. Okay, so say hello. I'm gonna go into the files now. There's two files, I believe, and where I can find them, I forget exactly. But let's go with Run8 Train Simulator. Oh, is it in content? I think it's in content. Rail driver configuration. No. I don't know if it's in the routes. No, it's not the Run8 settings either. So I've already done a copy of the vehicles. I can get rid of that. It's fine. That was something else that I did. So I'll delete that. Version 2 rail vehicles. No, we're okay with that. Oh, where the hell is it? Sound signal shaders, miscellaneous. Oh god, I don't want to go into that. Well, damn it. I'm just trying to remember. Fonts. It's not that. It's not in the menus. It's not shaders. It's got to be. We're into content, so maybe I'll go back out. Or version 2 roots. Maybe it's in there. I don't know. Regions. Okay, that sounds familiar. So go Southern California. That's the one. All right, that's what we wanted. So industry configuration. Oh, here they are, right here. So you see these two files. I'm not too sure what the hell that is. November 21st, it was updated. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, the hump. Okay, that's the, right. There they are, right there. I believe that is, yeah, config.industry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. And then I am going to paste. Perfect. So now I got a copy of the config. I'm going to go in. I'm not worried about the hump configurations. I'm not even going to deal with the hump, actually. I'm going to go right into so we got the config. What do I want to do? The hump? No. Traffic. That must be the AI traffic thingy. So I want to copy this. Okay, and then I'm going to paste. Perfect. So now that I have a copy of everything, basically I can go ahead and I can do whatever the hell I want, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into back into Run8. Of course, I'm in the southeast section. Go into my extra board, doesn't matter where you go. So I don't know if I want to do this too fast or whatever. Actually, okay, here we go. So I'm going back into AI status. No, that's not it. AI traffic generation, spawn points, train types, train symbols, and from here it don't matter what the hell it is. Let me see here. Gotta go back out to it for a second. I gotta turn the AI off for a second. I thought there was a delete button. That's what I was kind of looking for here. So for this, I'm going to put, I'll just call it bear table 1. I'm not too sure about that. Allow mid-train. This kind of stuff really doesn't matter too much. But I want to create a set. So for B1, I don't want any cabooses. I don't care about that. We'll just put in the aces for now. It doesn't matter which ones. I'll just use the BNSF. So we're looking at bear tables out of, so that's out of Bakersfield, right? How do I get rid of that? That's what I want to know. Because in the other ones, they have them, and then they're just like, boom. All right. Well, let's do it this way. If it's down to here, if it's down to nothing, okay. Let's try this. I'm going to put 0 to all the spawn points. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to see what happens. So I put all the spawn points to blah blah blah, nothing, right? I go to AI status, main options. So I'm going to spawn the random train now. I don't know what that will do. Multi... Oh, I didn't like that. Eight attention to deficits. This way. Mouse clicking multi-server prevention protocol. So it's smart enough to not spawn anything. If I was to... So I'll escape that. Nothing's there. We're all good for here. I'm gonna start setting up. I'm gonna set up some fleets going on here, so that we can track what's happening. I'm not going to be running any manifests long distances though tonight, because it'll take forever, and I just don't want to do it. What I'm doing here is I'm just getting some traffic going. I'm going to put them all between Needles and Cajon. At least the main lines. So by copying that, you can start from scratch and decide to put in your own data to, instead of filtering it into or molding it into whatever they have. So you can basically create your own world the way you see fit. And I copied it just so that we have a backup in case we want to go back to it. So we'll only use main 2. for that. I don't even think I want to use the Bakersfield side. That's a long way going up to Needles. But the thing I like about it is it's double track, because I don't want to spend too much time as far as dispatching. And then let's see here. Oops. Guess I'll go this way, make it easier. So that's the, okay, here we go, right here. Probably could have done an external dispatcher, it's probably a little easier, but since I'm in this now, I might as well just stick with it. I always forget, yeah, it's normal. Normal to keep going, okay. Yeah, it would have been a lot easier to probably use external dispatcher now that I look at it, but that's okay. We've gotten this far, so we can do the rest. Okay. Cajon sub. Now apparently the industry configuration you have to oops, this now goes this way, doesn't it? Yeah. The industry configuration, you have to go out of the program and go back into it in order to get it to work. And this is something you can easily do too if you want to just, because there's some people that have been saying, oh, I can't run anything without a dispatcher. Well, yes and no. There's a lot of things that you can or can't do. Of course, having a dispatcher is definitely helpful, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I've got my Cajon set up. As far as I know, the AI should be able to run, so we can at least test the AI function and how everything is going from here. So I'm only going to do set up mainline trains, start running from back at, let me it don't matter where I start at. I can start at Colton Tower, it doesn't really matter at this point. I mean, we could sit right here in the tower. And I will get to the industries, but let's say, what do we want here? Let's give it some good scenery to play around with. So, thunderstormiest day? Okay. Why not? Whoa! What the hell happened there? Okay, so I'm just put it to 531. Hello. Where did it go? That was like, okay. Alright. Okay, what does it look like outside? Woo! Lots of clouds. This was the thunderstormiest day? Nice. Alright, so I'll go back into the configuration thingy. Wrong one. Oh shoot, I have it enabled. Here, I'll shut it off. Spawn points. For now, we're going to max the probability out of the locations, so we don't have to worry about that. I think it works on that probability first, then it goes into the probability from there. So if you have 30% of the trains coming out of Bakersfield, you know, you're just setting up ratios, as far as I know. But for now, I'm not gonna mess around with that. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it go. So BNSF Needles main 2. Am I main 2? I don't even know what the hell these mains are again. Yeah, I get. Oh no, I'm main 1. Oh wow, you can actually, like, what is that? Like, I wish these are in numbers. These are like, I didn't think you could you can get so precise with these things. Holy crap. I thought it was like a 1 to 10. See, I haven't played around with this too much, so so I really don't care about the train types. I just want to get so it's a Cajon. It isn't a Cajon westbound though. Oh, this is Needles. Damn it. Never mind. Oh man. So we are main 1. Okay, that's why. That's why. Sorry, guys. So Colton main 1, train types. We'll turn all those down for a minute. And then we go into bear tables, train symbols. I guess there's not that many. So BT eastbound 1. We'll make them all ES44s, BNSF. Forget what this means. It has to 2%, not 3%. This part I get confused of. I understand the Tehachapi part. I'm not too sure what this means. Let me go back to that in a minute. I've already started it, so now if we go into here, see that one's a high one, but that one doesn't have the 2%. Like, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean. Okay. Intermodals. We don't have any. Intermodal containers. See, that's got 2%. I don't know, that's the grade or something? Eastbound main 1, 2%. Like, what the hell? I guess it's 2%, but why is it... This part I don't get, why it's going between 2% and 3%. Light power moves, I ain't even going to worry about that. Do I really want to touch that? No. Mixed containers. So there's a lot of stuff you can get into. I just don't know what this whole 2%, 3% thing is all of a sudden. Let me see, mixed freight. So that's got the 2%, main one 2%. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm still experimenting this, so I'm trying to entertain, but I'm curious what each type is, or what they all look like as well. Unit refrigerator, you kind of got an idea what that's going to be. So reefer, I'll just call it reefer. It's a reefer train. Or SD, I guess I'll do the eastbound 2% main one, I guess. If that's where I'm at. I can't remember where I'm at. Yeah, main one, 2%. Alright, so I'll put the reefer eastbound in there. Allow mid-train DPUs. I'll make them all king of the rails. Main one, 2%. Well, now that these are coming in, I might as well start the AI status. Where is it? AI traffic generation, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to basically be sending one every 2 minutes. Okay. Sound good? Sound great. All right. And I will up that all the way to there. I don't get this loaded thing. Is it either loaded or unloaded, or is it mixed? I'll have to find out. Unit green. I guess it's loaded. Makes sense, right? Guess that's loaded. Loaded. Okay, so it's So it's already doing a auto train. We just pop that off for a minute here. Train, a bunch of loads. Is it going to put a helper on every one, or is it just going to create as long as it wants? Oh, I was talking about mid-train helpers, but I think I had it allow it, but it didn't. It didn't necessarily set it, so. So I had it to allow it. Oh, I had that as another peon? Well, that sucks. I meant to make it king of the rounds. I don't know what that means. Oops, 3.0. Kind of weird how the frame rates are low here. I don't know if that's why that is. Maybe it's because of the clouds. I don't know. I've never seen it so low. A lot of clouds, so I wonder if that has something to do with it. Spawning oil, but it didn't work. I don't like how the frame rates are low on this. I don't know why it's doing that either. It's not like I'm streaming, but usually I'm okay at 30, just going away. I don't know if it's the AI. See, that's the other thing too. I don't know if the AI actually takes away at some of this or what. It shouldn't be graphics. Yeah, it's a little strange. I don't know why my frame rates are so freaking low. Oh my god. This ain't working out too good. I've never seen that built like that before. That's crazy. Okay, still some clouds, but I don't know if that was doing it somewhere else, or let me just go up here for a minute. Now I'm having problems with it anywhere at the moment. I don't know if it's because I got AI going or what. Let me get out of this for a minute. Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time here. So I don't know what's up with that. Was I going to pop out the chat? That's what I wanted to do, was pop this out. Pop out the chat. Then I can minimize this. Maybe that'll help it. I don't know. It was just a little weird. I've never seen it actually do that before. It was just freaky. Okay, let me just go right into here. See what it's doing now. I don't want to reboot. Might need it though. Oh, sucks. I think it just needs a reboot or something. Unfortunately. Okay. Well, sorry guys. I'm going to have to reboot, which means I'm going to lose the feed for a few minutes. But, anyways. There's nothing really else I can do about that, but that sucks. I don't like the frame rates like that. It's just driving me crazy seeing that. The hell was I in here? That wasn't it. That was it. Okay. So I'm gonna have to give up the frame rate, unfortunately. I can't believe it. It's like 848 already. I haven't gotten anywhere yet. This sucks. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. So I don't know how far I'm gonna go. Sorry to be boring, because unfortunately that's what it's looking like at the moment. So I'm gonna reboot this. Hopefully I'll get something going by the end of the night. So I'll be back. Okay, sorry guys. Hopefully this improves. If not, I'll have to figure out what the hell's going on. It could be I don't recall it having an issue with the streaming before. I hadn't rebooted in a while. Maybe with version 2 I'm gonna have to reboot a little bit more often. CPU's at 48%. Sometimes that disappears too, so I'm thinking to myself, okay, something happened. Yeah, I know. Let's just try this again. I'm gonna go back into where do I want to go here? Let's go. I don't want that. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Launch. Yeah, that was just freaky. Usually 30 frames, not the fastest frame rates, but ooh, don't crash on me. And there's been some issues with Run8 too. Did it try to launch two versions there? Thought I did for a second. Guess not. Okay, let's see where it's at now. Oh, there we go. There's a solid 30. That's the way it should be. That's not what I want. So I want to go back into my Google page. Hopefully that doesn't do it. That's the other thing too. When I'm in the Google, that could be causing it. So we'll go into, remind that. We'll go into my channel.
Tylenol extra strength tablets start to relieve pain in 15 to 20 minutes.
I don't want that either. What I want. Dang it. So I want to go. This is what I want. Okay. Pop out the chat. I'll minimize that for a second. I want to see. No, piss off. Oh, man. This thing's driving me crazy. Everything's trying to skip this version. I don't want to upgrade. Okay, what part do you not understand? Oh, okay, cancel. Cancel. Yeah, 10 devices are out of whack and blah 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 blah. Screw off. Okay. These programs are such a pain. Yeah, now I got a solid 30. So I will close, and it's just starting to spawn everything. Hey, Smiley. Okay. I should have done Selkirk instead, but I haven't got a clue on what's there, so. Okay, so the chat's there. Let me see if I can close this without killing everything. Oh, perfect. Alright, I got my chat. That's all I wanted. So it's spawning in auto now. Let's see. Oh crap, I gotta put all the damn signals back in. Ah! I should have saved everything. Okay. Enough of that. External dispatcher. I'm not doing that again. Not a chance. And yes, I still have to do a new whatchamacallit on that. Run administrator. Okay, let's get external dispatcher going. That'll actually help me see what the hell's going on too for the trains, I suppose. I don't like the dispatcher display. Oh crap! I gotta get this figured out because it never defaults to anything. Yes, and we will go back to the overall stormiest day. Ooh, overall cloudiest day. That's kind of cool. Do I want the clouds or what? I want the clouds. Just give me the clouds. Never mind the storms. I know we have thunder showers, but yeah. Go away. So that is December 1st, really? Ah, crap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's neat. That's neat. Ooh, oh, nice. That's the first time I've actually seen the darks or the darker sky or whatever. It's the first time I've seen it just because I've used everything. That is so cool. So does it blank out? Oh yeah, it does. See, it blanks out the various. You can see stars in certain areas, and then other areas you can't. That's kind of cool. What about the stormiest day? Just because I'm screwing around. Thunderstormiest day. Ooh. It's got... What the hell? How can it have... How can the light be coming up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Well, it's August, but holy cow. I guess 2:55 is a little too early. Okay, that's good enough. I'll watch that for a bit. Where's the moon? Man, that's awesome looking. Okay. Let's find some storms. Oh, there. Is that the moon? No, that's the light. Dang it. Ooh. So it looks a little different down here. Like cloudy air. Maybe I'll put it up. I'll put it up a notch. Yeah, I know, you're trying to spawn trains and I don't have you set up here. Ooh. So, I got that going. I liked it better at Barstow. It's a lot better. Here, let me check one more thing. Let me go down the other end of Needles. That's just cool. still kind of like, I kind of want to do the cloudy. I wanted to see the storms at night, right? Because I thought it was at West Colton that I saw them come through at a certain amount of time. Or did they take a while to generate? I don't know. I'm just trying different times at night and just to see if I was really wanting to see flashes of lightning. I've seen the lightning, but I really wanted to see if it. Ooh, there we go. Okay, fine. So it's like an afternoon thunder shower. All right, let me just get these things going. That's kind of cool. Oh, there's one. Yeah, it disappeared there, huh? As soon as I did that. Pretty cool. I never know where the storm's actually at or how it spawns or any. See, this is all the things they really don't tell you. They just say, hey, you know, you got storms, you got this, you got that. So, yeah. Let's get this signal set up here. So we want to send it all the way down to here. Fleet them. We'll send that all the way down to here and fleet that. Whoops. Yeah. I had to think about that for a second. Let me put that back. Egg. Okay, so I don't want to drop the final signal. Ooh, that thing's still storming, huh? Okay, why isn't Hodge linked up? Well, I guess I have to have the trains going through first before it does that. I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know. You want... I thought I did those all. I guess I did. Okay, so that's set up all the way through. So we got an auto train. Everything else is set. Once I get the other side going, we should be okay. Hopefully. But I'll do that in a minute here. I'll close that for now. I could probably close that. I think. I don't know for sure, but whatever. Frame rate's still a little goofy. I don't know what it is, if it's the auto trains or what, but it's still hanging around 27, 28. I don't know what's going on with that. It could be the streaming. Or it could be the fact that I'm running AI. That's another thing too. And all this other garbage that's in the background. So I take it it's got to do something to do with the AI, but I'm not sure. Could be the thunder showers, could be, you know, anything really. But I'm just going to let it go. The other one here. There, I'll put it at 20 for now, just to stop the jitteriness. Never noticed that before. It kind of sucks because when you're on a client, it runs a lot smoother. I guess it takes a lot of extra resources. Maybe the storms do. I'm not too sure. All right. Haven't seen a lightning flash yet. Can I minimize this thing? I thought I could. Guess not. Okay, fine. Go down here. Doing another auto train. I'll put this up here for now. Yeah, RAM's only half done. CPU's at 43%, so it shouldn't be taking up much. It just does not. Yeah, you know, West Colton, now that I think of it, it's a pretty intensive area graphic-wise sometimes. So, could be a combination of things. I ain't gonna worry about it. I'll just leave it at 20. So far we've had a lot of variation with the actual trains themselves. 6555 length, 3.8, 3.6. So the weights, I believe it's fully loaded. Of course, it's trying to spawn it there every couple of minutes, and there isn't enough to do it, but that's a pretty big difference right there between 6555 and 4158. Doesn't seem to be storming anymore either. Yeah, I don't know if that has to do with my frame rates or what. Here. Try it on it. Now I get up to 32. What the hell? Maybe it's just loading the world. Or I go back to Colton and it doesn't like it there, maybe? Because there's a bunch of different track. Yeah, I don't like Colton for some reason. Just a bad area. I've never noticed that before. Let me go unlimited for a minute. Yeah, it doesn't like Colton. Or the cars or something. It's just something it does not like. So I don't know. I could probably keep it unlimited. I know it used to be a big deal of not having it or something. Like, it seems to be doing okay. Well, I don't have my storm anymore, so that sucks. So I'm just trying the different like weather patterns just to see as well. I just tried all kinds of different things just to get a good idea of what this could do. Whoops. Let me try. Where's the one where you get the cloudiest day? Oh, that's cool. There's a lot of clouds. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, I'll let that go. Never mind the storms. Because I don't think the storms flash the whole sky anyways. I think it shows that little line thing. I was a surprise to see it in the thing anyways. Okay, let's start dealing with the AI again. Get some stuff going. Shift F2, I guess it is, yes. So we got our stuff going. So, train types, we're starting off here. Mixed intermodal, train symbols. I don't know what this means, if it just goes bare table or what. Be curious to see. SD70 ACE, BNSF. Eastbound 2%. Allow mid-train DPUs. We'll pop that up. Some passenger didn't like it. Train symbol. Oh, okay. Passenger eastbound. Yeah, that's cool. King of the Rail. I better put these all to King of the Rail and make sure I have that. No, it's not utter peon. Not that it matters, because eventually I'm going to get into conflicting types. Unit coal. Unit auto rack. What the SD pieces. it spawn it? Yes, it did. Ooh, that one's better. That one sounds different than the other, the auto rack one. Or whatever. Yeah, I just had an auto rack one. So yeah, I know there's all kinds of different engines and all that other stuff. I'm not worried about that so much. King of the Rails. King of the Rails, SDs. Local road names. Oh, I guess I gotta put those in, don't I? It takes forever just to do this, huh? I'm just gonna put all kinds of engines in just because, I don't know. Guess it doesn't really matter. So we got mixed containers. Mixed intermodal. What is that? Oh, the domestic containers. Now that's the one that should be going to San Bernardino. But see, the problem is I was kind of hoping to see what's set up for the one. Let me just take a look at this train here. It's got CSX. What the hell? Nice looking train and all. That's got the mid-train DPUs. Holy crap! Thing's huge. It's got all kinds of engines too. Did I do something wrong there? Unit auto rack. I thought I had BNSF. Maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe that's... Hold on a second here. Maybe that's not the train I'm thinking. They look like auto racks, but they're... I don't know what the hell they are. That's grain. Oh, you're the reefer. Okay. Reefer dude. So let me check my reefers then. I gotta select that. So I don't know if there's any way to delete. No, there's no way of actually deleting the symbol as far as I know. You have to actually add one, I think. There might be in the config, or I don't know. I don't see an option. So once you put it in, I don't know if you can minimize everything and then it'll go away. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Put that in there. King of the rails, intermodal containers. I don't even know I put loaded and what the hell that's supposed to mean. Okay. I guess I'll make these loaded. Train DPUs. That. BMSF. 2%. Domestic containers. Train symbols. Okay. So I got two of them there, obviously. I'll turn that one off. So one I'll put this one. Call this now E. Just to see what it looks like, if it's different. And L. Oops. Eastbound. That's a 2, isn't it? So that one I'll use as loaded. But at least bare tables can't be loaded. That's a good thing. Oh, mixed eastbound. Okay. Let's see what some of these are looking like now. If it's allowing it. Like I said, this is a gorgeous looking set. Wow, that actually was pretty close. So that's all kinds of mixed stuff. It's all loaded. Good trains. Oh, there's some empty stuff. Loads on the front, empties on the back. That makes sense. Some auto racks in there. Alright, so what do we got here? 4.0, holy crap. 3.8, 3 for eastbound. So far, everything's going pretty good. Now, I did want to get into the... so now that I got those running, I'm not too sure if I want to actually even bother running the opposing movements. I know we have them. Honestly, I'm kind of, by the time they come down here, it's going to be too late anyways. I know I have the signals lit up. What I want to do now is, it's going to struggle to fleet all that anyways. So, you know, it's going to do it as quick as it can, and then once we have some other configurations, I might screw around and put a few different configurations in here, like put a train going that way. Test this diamond out. I'm curious. Usually one spawns, the other one will spawn in 2 minutes. One will beat the diamond, the other one won't. So, you know, you don't have to worry about that. But because I was thinking if I bring the manifest down, of course he has to do a crew change. If I bring the manifests in and I start creating the industries, of course I have to go and save this before I come back in and out. I'm just trying to think of what's the best way. Probably one of the best things I could do. Not really. I could. It's not optimal, but what I was thinking of having it is having trains go that way. Maybe the other way too. Probably not. I was thinking of running the manifest down here. Run alongside it. Oh wow. Bogged down. And then into the yard here. And maybe create, wow, I love that lighting here. Maybe create a, I don't know how I would want to do it. I could create an industry and then start playing around with a clock that empties in an hour or something like that, just to see what it does. That was the kind of the idea I was getting at. Was I wanted to see how much demand comes out of some of these trains, depending upon, like here's one example that we could try. But of course, I gotta go in and I gotta configure everything before I do it. So, well, let's see. Okay, so he's moving. That's nice. So I don't know how do you get rid of all these freaking industries and shit. Industry configurations. Is there a deletion? Do I hit delete and they go? No. I should have checked how the hell they did that. Export industry configuration. I mean, maybe, is it comma delimited? I can't remember. This is where even Mike's got some stuff that he's done before I've even touched it. So I wanted to start from scratch, basically, and then start up a few industries, play around with the capacity, see what I can get going. I mean, it's 9:26. My God, this thing takes forever. I mean, it would be nice to know exactly everything. I know how a lot of it works, but I haven't really been able to test it. But that's all I'm doing tonight. That's basically all I'm doing. I'm just gonna test the crap out of this thing. Let's see what we can get. Okay. I gotta see about the configuration. I wonder if I delete it, what would happen? Would it crash? Uh-oh, where am I now? Okay, there I am. Good. I was worried for a second. take a look at the file. So Silla, California. I'll take a look at the cop. Do I want to do the copy of it? Industry configuration. No, let's see. That's a freaking traffic. I don't know how you delete those. Alright, let's try this. And these guys are struggling to get up the hill. They get following each other so quick. We're so close together, huh? So I got a reefer. I've got 2 autos. Mind you, the autos came in before I really had anything set, so yeah, I wish there was an easy way to just copy and paste. That would be really cool. Okay. So let me take a look at the industry configuration here. What is one of the the newer or the older ones I can use? I'm gonna go to Borax for a minute. Transport to that. Oh, they're doing a power move now. Edit tracks. Import industries. That's interesting. There is something I read about that. There's industries that actually take passenger cars. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't like how Borax is set up either. Not what I would call. Oh, you can delete the industries. There we go. Alright. That's what I want to do. I didn't even see that part. So the trains part I can deal with later. That one's blank. I wonder if I can do a whole whack at them. No, probably not. So I'm going in and I'm deleting every industry. I've already got a copy of it, so I can go back to it again. Let's go back over to see the action going on, anyways, or try to. Oh, now we got an oil eastbound. So it does put a buffer in there. That's kind of cool. impressive. I'm impressed how it does that. It's just kind of neat how that does that. Okay, so we got our oil eastbound. We got a light. So I'm going to go ahead and delete every industry and just see what it does. It'll take me a few minutes, so I'll just enjoy the show while I do this. Then what I'll do is I will spawn my first manifest. So I'm curious what it's going to do if I put it for mixed, right? And I'm not even going to worry about, like, I'm going to, actually, you know something, I'm not even going to switch the industries. And I think it's the hosting part. I think I can change this as long as I don't have to go in. It's the hosting part. You gotta, dang, it takes a while. But I want to make sure these are all deleted before I spawn anything. Wow, there's a lot of industries. And I hate having to do this, but again, this is just a to give us an idea as to what things are going to do. And I might try something a little different too. As far as I know, there's no restriction on what tracks I can use. I can use a freaking mainline track if I want to. And I may do that. Like, I might use some sidings, I might do all kinds of crazy stuff here. So we'll see. I use yard tracks. I mean, yard tracks. Man, this takes forever to go through all these industries. This is crazy. Wish there was an easier way, but I guess not. Well, at least I'm halfway through the letters, apparently. Yeah, getting there. Whew. So once we get all these main lines out here and we kind of figure out what they look like, and love the horns in the distance. That's so cool. Well, I'm at P now. And I know probably live stream's not the best. I just don't know what's the best way of going about doing this. So once I have this all deleted, I just might create my own little world here, to be honest. And this is what you can do in single player too. I mean, you want to have activity, you just create a bunch of trains going on down the main line. It gives it a sense that, you know, you're part of a busy system. You could route yourself in the signal wise. You can, you know, I mean, this part is totally random, so but there's really no limits except, you know, your imagination as far as how far you want to go. And yeah, I know there's you know, this is realistic. This isn't that much of a sandbox, but it is. I mean, you can create it to your own liking, right? Okay. So now we want to look at the various industries here. Do I want to spawn a different train over there? Alright. I forget the names of the tracks over here. See, they're all hung up with red light, following yellow lights coming out. Oh yeah, I was going to test to see what would happen with the manifest, so let me save that. Industry configuration saved. So right now we got no industries. Right? It just saved it. There's no industries. There's no trains. Alright, now let's see what we do. So, I don't want to go that way. Like I said, this is where we can test things out, see how they go. So he's stuck at a yellow light or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this line as our manifest line, I guess. And I might play around here, possibly. I might put some through tracks or through trains here, or I might put a train in here and then just start switching this yard for every new you know, train that comes through, right? So how do I want to do this now? So I'm going to try the experiment here. Oh, wrong one. I'm getting confused as far as the number of trains. Okay, here we go. So we'll go back to our spawn points again. We will try to figure out which track that's on. I guess that comes out of main 2. When did I put a signal that way? I didn't even think I had a signal going that way. Oh, it's that way. Never mind. Okay. So yeah, for now I'm just gonna throw a few trains going through. I think I lost everybody. So I got the oil eastbound, mixed eastbound 1. So yeah, we will. I'm going to avoid West Colton for now. I'll just clear the signals through here. Wish I had a minimize on that, but I don't. Oh, mixed eastbound. Mixed intermodal eastbound. I'm interested in what the heck this is. Well, see, this is where... Okay, so this is your mixed intermodal eastbound. Now, when I say mixed, does that mean... Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's cool, actually. I wanted to see that. So I guess they're all empties. This is the crazy part here. I guess I was supposed to make them loads. Because there's no bare tables. I was wondering about that. Let me just... I can't even take a look at that. If that's all empties, that train can't be that heavy. Well, it's a 3.9 HPT. 7,000 feet though. Weight of 3485. You know, I don't know. Could that be empty weight alone? 10,000? I don't know. What are the other ones like? Oh, the auto I never checked to see if we even have those. I think those are all empties. Reefers are loaded by the looks of it. Yeah, that's definitely loaded. The oil's loaded. Okay. Cool. Needles would be a lot easier to keep the traffic going because you're dealing with 25 mile an hour zone. Once they get going, they're not too bad. But not to mention getting traffic coming from other sources too would be nice. I suppose I'll do that. I'll just send a bunch of trains down here. Well, that's kind of cool. I like all the clouds, that's for sure. So yeah, let's before I lose my train of thought here. Industry configuration. No. Go back to Shift F2 for a minute. I think I want to do UP Yuma. Oh no, I want to do that one. So your train types. I might just go ahead and mixed freight and see what we got. Yeah, you know something, I might just use those. Tagged for industries though, that's what I don't like. Oh, that's how you delete them, just like that. Just hit delete and then they go away. That's cool. Okay, here we go. Mixed. I'll call it Yuma northbound. No cabooses. Tagged for industries. This is going to be really interesting. So I'll, do I want the SD42s? I don't care. We'll go with the SD42s. Local road names. BNSF. Conrail. I don't care. I know I have BN. I got a few of them. I think I have BN. I don't care. Whatever. No, we don't have to worry about that. So allow mid trains tagged for things, blah blah blah. We'll put it up there. Another king of the rails. We'll give it all kinds of power. Actually, since he's over here, I'll just make him another peon. Tagged for industries, allow mid-train DPUs. And I'm going to spawn now. Because I want to know what it does. I'm curious. Well, there's a train. Now, the industries are still in there. Okay. Yeah, the industries are still in there. They're still part of the configuration. Now what I'll do is I will go ahead and I'm going to save this as a world. I got Sean development. Okay, I want a new one. Where the hell? Why can't I do a new one? This is my world. Why can't I save it? Wow. Don't I get a new one? Or do I have to, Oh, save as. Okay. Save train switches and signals. Save the current player train. Save the current player location. No, we don't want to do that. So we want to call this, call it testing. This is a world where I am testing the limits of Run8 version 2 and its new features. Alright, so I'll save it. Boom. Now, he's slowing down for a switch. I'm going to go ahead, because what will happen is I'll get these manifests to come in this way so that we don't have to worry about the traffic here. Well, that'll actually die down, but so I'm going to exit the simulation, and I'll go back into it. I probably just had to go to the main menu, but anyways, run this as administrator, get this going. Then we will go ahead and worlds, and I go back to testing. That's my description. Wow, what a waste of a night. Okay, so just loaded the 6 trains. Everything will start up again if all goes well. So I got the destinations on, or I should have. The sun looks like it's trying to come out somewhere. Okay, now. So you was sub. Oh boy. I was like, don't I have it on Yuma? Okay, I'm confused. I thought I had it on Yuma, but maybe I don't. Oh, okay, I'm confused now. Train types. Oh, maybe I... Ooh. I gotta check something here. Okay, good. At least that's not there. But it looks like... I assume everything's running, but I don't know. It should be. Let's check the AI status. It is on. What did I want to call that? Mixed freight? Mixed human northbound. Okay, ST40s. BNSF. Train type. Another oil eastbound, or is trying to. Let me spawn this now. Help! Help! What the hell? Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's gotta be John's sense of humor. Help! Oh my god. That was awesome. So that only does that for the leader units, huh? It puts a BNSF and then it throws in a bunch of other different engines behind it, which is kind of cool, actually. I think. Oh, geez, that's funny. Help. Oh, man. Oh, that was awesome. Okay, so local road names. I got BNSF, unless there's a Swish one there or something. He's another peon. ST42s. That was fabulous. Swish, swishy. Okay, so it does a help. That's good to know. Now, oh, does that mean I gotta go into the industries again and then resave it and do all kinds of other crazy stuff? Oh great, I don't have my thing lit up either. At least I remember my signals. He's going pretty fast. Oh, cool! We got a passenger. Well, this should be interesting. He's got to get a red light, so you're gonna have to wait for this. That is so cool. What the hell happened? I have no idea. I've never seen anything like that before, but anyways. Is help running? Help is running. Yeah, I don't know why the passengers did that, that's weird. Huh. I've seen them where the cars move the other way in some of the older in version 1 where it used to do it, so it doesn't like the Superliner. Oh, it's rotating. That's kind of weird. Oh, I wanted to see that domestic container too. I was kind of curious. I don't know what this passenger train's gonna do, but what I should have done was I should have double stacked everything going in the one, well, at least the one direction, because I would have wanted to. I want to bring industries online over here, or at least put one industry in the system. I'm not sure what yet. I can't even remember the names of the yard tracks here. So what I'll do is I'm gonna create 4 industries here, just to get things back going. Anyways, I'll do 4 industries. I don't know why I'm doing 4 industries. Do I really need to do that many? But yeah, let's see. Let's put it through the paces, right? So I'm going to create 4 industries here. I'll have to create it first, so actually we'll just leave that here for a moment. I'm going to go to the washroom and get a snack and spend the last hour on industries. And I did want to see that domestic container, but I'll have to deal with that other stuff. So the one line I'm going to put freight's going the one way. I might even put another line just to keep trains going, so we'll see. Okay, I'll be back. So corrupt train detected lead unit 9263. I don't know which one that is. I'm gonna blow my nose. I thought the Amtrak looked a little corrupted to me, but oh boy. So 9263, I don't even know where that is. Oh, it says it's this one, huh? Really? What's so corrupt about it? Wonder how that Amtrak worked out. It was more like the Amtrak was corrupt, not the passenger train. Or, that thing. So what did happen to this guy? He's got a light. I could kill him. See, he kind of, never got going. Alright. Where's that corrupt train crap again? Wait a minute. Is that 9263? 9263 got deleted. Interesting. Alright. Oh, bear table. That's kind of cool. So, I want to create some industries. I said I was going to do that. So let's do that. Won't worry about the other stuff for now. Yeah, so we go into the yard here. We can do a run around if necessary, but so what do I want to do? Industry configuration. No, that's not it. Oh boy. Oh, I had it. So we got a new industry. All right. Ooh. Does the whole track? Oh, almost. It's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. See the little small pieces in between? Could do the curve, but you probably don't need to. But I'll do it anyways, whatever. So it's all there, right? Ah, frick. Yeah, where'd it go? It kind of went off the screen and I lost it. So it kind of goes over there, right? Oh, wait. Okay, why does it go over there? Alright. Name. Is this the name? Local freight symbol? Okay. Track 1. Oops. Oh, dang it. Local freight symbol. SBD. YSBD. San Benito Yard. There. I don't know. Interesting to see if it'll be interesting to see if you can take a train that is spawned and use the same symbol on it. So I'm going to call it just SBD1. And I'll call that SBD1. Process tags to choose from. Are we going to be a boxcar train? Yeah, why not? Produces loads. I'm just going to call it by. Capacity. So now it says add this industry. So buy boxcars. SBD track 2. Oh, I forget what the name of it called. Local SBD. Yeah, you know, I think you can have them at the same industries too. You can have different industries at the same tracks or something like that. Let me go back to that. Cancel the new industry. So what I'll do I'm just going to call it 1 for now. I'm just going to call the train 1 too. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. I just want to see how much it actually produces. So it's got SBD1 as the industry tag. I know this is all simplistic right now, so I get that. I'll save this. Okay, so there goes our bare table train. So we know it's coming into just yard 1 here. So we will switch that open. It's calling for 40. Do I want to go all the way to the signal, or no? I'm gonna flick a switch here. I'll control it through there, and then I'll deal with the rest as we get a chance to deal with it. Sound fair? Sounds great. Awesome. So I think I called it SBD1. I forget now. So yeah, SBD1, incoming tag SBD1. Oh, I thought I did the outgoing tags. There we go. Okay. So it's just called SBD1. So I'm going to take a look over here, see if this thing's still working. Looks like it was. I don't know what that. Okay. It's pretty cool stuff, huh? Okay. So now I'm going to save. Is there anything else that's been coming in? I haven't even been paying attention. So that's the other interesting thing. We got one train over here. That's the help train. They've changed it. And I don't want to start running trains down there anyways. Or at least try not to. But it'll be interesting. So let me save this. Auto save as. Or save as. There we go. Testing. So I'll exit this. Then I'll go into the trains. Okay. I'm glad to see people are still interested in this. I'm only going to be doing this till another 45 minutes, so hopefully I get some answers now. So go back into this. You got to do this in order to have the industries update, apparently. So testing. Loading our 8 trains. I want to do. Okay, so I want to put it over here. Everything's just starting up again. Nope, wrong one. So the AI traffic generation is still in. I want to go back to the spawn points. Okay, good. That was only a test one. So now what I want to do is I want to make my SBD1 train. And I'm going to keep running it. And it's going to call it at about the same probability. Oh crap, where'd I want it? I guess I want it Cedar Main 1. First I gotta go to the train types. I gotta put all these down to nothing. I'm gonna put mixed freight. Delete that. SBD1. Hopefully this works. I'm hoping. We'll do an SD40 BN. We'll make him another peon. Tagged for industries. I don't want a mid-train DPU. I don't want, well maybe I'll put that. I'm going to spawn one right away. Just to see. Where is he? Over here? Okay. So there we go. So we got our empties. How many cars we got? Holy crap! Oh, jeez. It's supposed to be a 40 demand or capacity or whatever the hell it's supposed to be, but no. It's okay, I'm gonna get some single cell train. Here's my help train. Let's get a kick out of that. Okay. Gotta give you permission. Or some default. Okay. So I'm getting you into that. I'll fleet it. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to. Like, I'm not 100% sure of the mixing now. Let me just double check something here. Industry configuration. No, that's not what I want. See, when you look at this, it's calling for capacity. Now, what I'm thinking is, if you make more of them, then it might start restricting what comes in these trains. But I haven't gone that far yet, and I don't know if I will tonight, to be honest, because that's a lot of work just to get those in there. But at least that started. I gotta take a look at the rest of my. No, not run. No, that's not what I want. I was going the right way. Where was I? Yeah, AI traffic. So train types. Oh yeah, mixed freight. So we do want that. We want the spawn points to maximize for that as well. So now I want to see if it actually keeps calling that train. I think it will anyways. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's all gonna be on the probability. See, it just did another one, or it tried to. We'll see what this one looks like. Probably didn't make it in. No, it's too big. Oh, you never know. I think it made it. No. So so we got it. The first train, SPD1, with a length of 7451. I thought there was different ones. Tell me how many cars there are on it or something. 2.6 HPT, weight. What's that 540? Can't remember that. Oh, that's a total axles. Okay. Fair enough. So one thing to take away, at least from what I'm gathering, what ends up happening. Now that test one, that was sort of help one or whatever the hell you want to call it. Whoa, where am I here? I'm in West Colton. Okay, he's just moving along. I got it at 1, so that's 1 hour. So it's spawning the eastbound power. Yeah, that's a long way for it to go. A lot longer than I was thinking. But anyways, because it's got to go all the way around and then get through here to San Bernardino and then... And the cool thing is I can keep adding train types to make it interesting. I think I'll do that. So if I was to go into this is where you can really start seeing some of the stuff here. So UP West Colton. I think I've already set signals going the other way, so we're good. Let me set up. What was it? Yuma sub? Main 2? I think that was it. Oh, I already deleted all of them, that's why. Yeah, I don't want to do that one. So I'll call that a loaded one. US 44, BNSF, allow mid-train DPUs. We'll make a king of the rails. So you can see now, see it just spawned another SPD1. So now we'll put that in there. So as soon as you put this in, what happens is, keep in mind, at this level, it doesn't care how many trains you have. It's all about this probability right there. So it's got a 33.3% chance of running a train here, here, here. So it's all about this. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to keep in mind. I suppose I could... No, I can't put another Yuma sub on the other one. So yeah, we got our domestic containers in there now. I forget what some of the other ones. Mixed containers, I think I already saw that. That's... What's mixed containers and mixed intermodal? What's... Okay. I'll see what the domestic one looks like. Unit auto rack, unit, passenger. So when you're dealing with, for example, like San Bernardino Yard, we've had a lot of stuff going into San Bernardino, for example. The only thing you want going into San Bernardino is domestic containers, because that's the only one that comes in and out. So for San Bernardino, you put your probability way down here versus the other trains. That should, I mean, you got to really limit it. So here's our first domestic right here. But just like that, I'll just take a look at what it looks like. Yeah, we got our JB Hunts. That's the perfect type of San Bernardino trainers right there, because you got all your domestics. San Bernardino doesn't have anything else. That's the only thing that should be coming in and out of San Bernardino. So he's got his green light going. I don't know where the other guy went to. Oh, he's doing his crew change too. Jeez. Should have put it on the other way. I don't think I have any. I can put the other track going. Might as well. Let's just get them going east and say the hell with them. Make it interesting. So I'm gonna start the signal way down here. I'll fleet that. So now we're going to send them all this way. So yeah, I mean, this is a lot of fun stuff that you can do, right? If you want to create traffic. Did I get... Oh, there's the signal. Okay. So now you put the opposing. Instead of putting opposing, you put it here. You fleet that out. Now you got double based traffic heading that way instead. I don't know which one that just did. I don't know if that one actually spawned or not. Oh, it did. Okay, let's take a look at this one. It's probably still spawning some pretty large trains. So that's the only tag, so that's the only, you know, really that's the only thing I can think of. I believe the length is a little bit different on that one, but I'm not sure. It's definitely more than 40 cars, though. That's cute. So what is it doing? Is crew change over here, or did I actually have a bad signal or something? No, it's doing its crew change. So you should have signals. Yep. Alright. So he's going to get going. I'm going to take a look at the difference between these guys. So the length's a little bit different. The first one was 7,415. The other one's 6,585. 2.6, and this one's got a little bit more power. So it randomizes it up. So, well, it may have the same number of engines, I'm not sure. So it's got another domestic here. We'll have to put some more train types over there to really fill it up. So that's how easy it is to, you know, for those of you that don't know how to create AI or whatever, or how to delete it. And I thought it did it. Oh, the cars must have been still in the way, so it didn't spawn. It happens. Okay. So let me look at some other types. That one's going to go in, and I'll show you how fast it loads, and then we'll have it on its, or we'll send it on its way. In fact, we can probably play around with that a little bit. I'll take it out of the yard here because it's going to come right back in. Do I want to give it a green light right away? Here, how about I control it through here? And I'll just play around with this switch here. I'll just go back and forth with that until we get it to where we want it. So this is our control. I think I have enough room there. It's a long enough train, so I'll show you how this works when we get in here. Oops, that's the other, going the other way. Auto facility, yeah, we're going here. So I should have set up the other industries, and I bet you if I made a whole whack of them, it probably would. I may do that. Maybe I'll create a bunch of industries with a huge amount of demand and see how it works. We'll try that next. So yeah, that'll bring you back to the signal. Means I'll just be stretching out the engines and cars, so we'll see how that works. Okay, I gotta get more types of trains in here for a minute. So maybe I should have kept all those different industries. Okay, so I got a domestic here. Yeah, I'll make some more different train types coming out of here. Intermodals, what do we got? Yeah, I don't care about the types of trains, so this one's just an intermodal train. So intermodal and intermodal containers. I'll put the passenger up. I think I know which one that is. Yep. Unit auto rack. So auto rack's an interesting one. When you want to, for example, you've got one of the demands we're having a lot of vehicle trains showing up at San Bernardino. Now, in order to, from what I can tell anyways, just by looking at this to me is just logic. What you want to do is, out of all the, first of all, you take the number of auto rack trains compared to everything else, and you adjust it according to the other types that are coming out of that particular location, because you're always dealing with the location first, then the types. So if you want to get a balance as far as, you know, what trains you're trying to get through, that's what you would do. When you get into the auto rack portion, let's say you have 6 auto racks out of 200 symbols, so you want to have your unit auto racks a little bit low. Then you would create your symbols from there. So you're looking at your auto rack symbols. You can then you can't specify one symbol more than another. You can't go that far, but at least you have the control of the type at the location. I'm just trying to think if there's another way. This is where San Bernardino, and I'm just looking into this right now. The issue with San Bernardino, as far as intermodal goes, can easily be solved by getting rid of, when you have your domestic containers, And I'm going to take a look at the various locations and see who has them. Because I don't think... Is it Needles Main 1 might have them? Domestic containers. So yeah, you can even, I think one of the ideas was to, I think Mike had that one actually. He was saying that just using one of the other tracks, such as Needles Main 1 or 2, I think it was 2. Was it, you wanted it out of 2, or I'm getting confused now. Maybe it was 3. Maybe I'm getting confused with the different track numbers now. Oh yeah, 1 is where they were. I'm confused with the track numbers now. Let me take a look at that. Oh, there's an Amtrak. Should get a light on this right away. Should. We get a yellow. Signals. How come we only get a yellow? I gotta take a look at that. Oh, it's, I guess because the domestic's still in the way, so I guess there was a train in the way. I was wondering, like, why the hell's the light going? I forgot we had all those trains going through. Oops. So here comes our, I'll show you a demonstration of how this should load. Now, I'm not too sure if this baby's going to do it or not. I'm curious if they do them while they're running, too. Oh, we got a lot of trains coming up now. But once we have the cars in there, like, perhaps maybe I'll create some trains that have a bunch of different other industries. It's 10:42. This sucks. Yeah, I might not be able to do too much more, unfortunately. But it's cool. I'm gonna do one more thing. Just out of curiosity. Let's see how this works. Let's save this one more time. I think I have to exit the simulation in order to start it up again. So, oh shoot, I didn't. I guess I have to save everything. I didn't even add it yet. That was dumb. Okay, here, I'll just add it up. So, yeah, testing, launch. Okay. So I have 13 various trains. I'd have to try the various train types. Okay, I wanted to do something else. Oh, okay, I know what I wanted to do. So, that's not what I want to do. Shift, there we go. So I'm going to create a new industry. Now you don't have to edit the tracks, I guess. So that's a good one. SBD XYZ1. Whoops. That's interesting. How that does that. It lets you save that. I don't understand that. Car type, acid car type. Isn't that interesting? I don't know why you get to edit that as a car type, as if there's more, perhaps? Okay, well, industry tag XYZ1. I don't know if I want to carry it on the same train or not, but I will for now. No track assign. Oh, I have to assign a track? I wonder if I can just use any old track. Didn't I add the edit tracks? Oh, I didn't really do anything else for the tags. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it XYZ. Never mind 1. Or yeah, I guess so. XYZ1. How come I can't save it from here? Oh, there we go. Gotta click it back in, so now I can add it. Oh yeah, I wanted to change this. Capacity. What was the other side? I did 400, so I'm gonna put that down to 1 hours. And then I'm gonna put this way the heck up here. I wonder how high I can go. 99? Okay. I'll add this industry. Now when I save the configuration, does it automatically, because I think I have to restart it again. Oh, watch. Oh, let's do this here. So that's got 40. So now I'm just going ahead and going nuts here. I don't know why I got passenger cars, but it is what it is, right? So what I'm doing here, it's 10:50. I might try to go to 11:15. I don't want to go too far. I want to get some sleep tonight. See, it's already doing another San Bernardino train. Not to mention I want to show off a few things here. Oops, I gotta change well, at least I can hold it down, that's good. Oops, went the wrong way. So I didn't get as far as I wanted to get tonight, but at least I'm finding out that some of my ideas have been the same, others haven't. Let's see where we're at right now. Oh, okay, I'm already flying. There we go. Oh yeah, I want to go back over to San Bernardino for a minute. Well, he's already in the yard, right? He should be in the yard. Maybe not. Intermodal trail, I'm going the wrong way. So anyways, what I wanted to do now is I'll put the clock on for a second. I don't know if it has to be running, but anyways, so we're at 7:50. We go here like this, and we put it all the way up to now. I'm just curious. We're coming up to 8:50 here. I'm curious if this is actually going to read that tag, or if it has to relinquish. The springs are supposed to change too, between when they're loading and when they're unloading. have to actually load up. So I'll play a few experiments with this anyways. Yeah, I'm already getting close to 50 after now. And it hasn't started loading. I have actually seen this work. I think I have to relinquish this first. As far as I know, having cars in there with the engines shouldn't be an issue, but we'll see. So what I'll do, we're at 850. I don't know if a stop train will actually allow this or not. But we can play around with it, see what happens. So throw it up to 9. Ah, crap. I hate when that thing does that. Yeah, it didn't do it. So now I'm going to hold relinquish. So we're right at 751. That should be relinquished now. Okay. 751. So right about 851, if it works the way it should. Now I've seen this work in West Colton. You'll see right in front of your eyes that's relinquished. It might have a problem because the engines are attached to it, but we'll see. But when it goes to 851, you'll start seeing stuff will start loading. It's relinquished, so I should be okay. That kind of gives the one theory. If it's AI or anything like that, it has to be relinquished, at least. Here we come. Let's see. It's not doing it. Wow, my frame rates is up into the 70s now all of a sudden. There they are. Took a few extra seconds, but as you can see, it does it for the track, right? So we got all the buys in here. Doesn't matter what the capacity is, it's going to go by the tracks. Somebody told me that the other day. It's just going to go by the tracks. So it's got to be relinquished in order to do it. You can't have an AI train coming in and just load stuff up and the way it goes, right? So now it'll be interesting to see, because we've already made some changes. That's an SPD train. That hasn't changed yet, but since we got... I think we went back in, or did we change the configuration? I don't think we have yet. So perhaps we'll do that then. Another passenger train. Yeah, those are all the same. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and save this now. One more time. We'll get out of this. And so it's about 11 o'clock. I don't want to go too much further, so I'll try this one more time. And I'll post a message on the forum, just so people are knowing what's going on. So Okay, so it's loading up. I'm curious what the next train will look like. Where the hell am I here? Is that my Amtrak? Alright. Okay, let's take a look at the data here. See what it's telling us. Holy crap. Oh yeah, I was gonna run trains down the other line. I never did I? I set it up, but I never actually started running them. Okay, did it actually spawn it, or did it miss it? It probably missed it. Because as soon as it spawns it, I want to check the tags on that and see what it does. I think it missed it. I cheated. That way when it does it again, we'll have it. Those clouds are cool. Oh. Man. They look cool, actually. They look pretty damn good. Yeah, so... yeah, I don't want to stay too much later. I just want to see what that train looks like with the different spawns. I'll go over to San Bernardino for a minute. Or San Bernardino, or however you pronounce it. Blah. See, now that it's fully got cars in the industry, I'm curious if it's going to send any to there. You see what I mean? I don't know if it's going to do it, and this is what the test... oh, okay, it just did it. I don't know why it does... it seems like it keeps on wanting to do San Bernardino Cedar Main more, but let's see what it looks like now. So remember, we made all those phony industries someplace. Has it done it yet? There's the San Bernardino ones. Looks the same. Oh, there we go. There's the XYZs. So we got our different card types now. Man, this looks like a huge train. So what do we have? 40 cars originally? 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I don't know. So now it's going for different car types. I'm not sure, you know, it's kind of weird. So now we get the gondolas. What the heck? Okay. How big is that train anyways? That's the other one I'm curious about. Okay. So we're looking at 6586 for most of them. About the same again. It's really not differing that much, so. Well, somebody had said that they thought, anyways, somebody had said they thought the like, hold on a second. Let's let this spawn a few times. We got about, it's 11:07, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look right at the document and see what we got. And whilst doing that, we'll let it spawn. Actually, I'll go right over to Colton just so, you know, we might be able to see some stuff. You see some. He's waiting for me. Oh, he's trying to get into the. Okay. Do I want to let these guys out? I don't care. Oh, they're all trying to get in. They're all trying to get in because I. Well, that's the other thing too. Let me let one out. I'll let one out. Okay. And the purpose of that is I want to get the empties in there. Then we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get the empties in there, if you got loads and they're ready to go, in theory you're going to want to bring more empties back, right? Man, I must have stopped that thing on the. Oh, I'm in the. What the hell am I? Did I go on the wrong one? Or did he start out? I screwed that up. Sorry, little child. Here, you go ahead. And we'll let these guys come out at least up to there. That way I'll get at least one, I'll get one red signal, the loads will come out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that'll get me out of there at least, and then that can bring it down to 7th Street. Wow, it's 11:10. I do want to go to bed early tonight. I don't want to have another 6-hour night. But I kind of want to post my findings. Why is this guy not going? Oh, that's because I relinquished him. Alright, well, guess what? Goodbye. He's gone. I'm going to play it a little differently now. He was waiting for him to get out of the way. I don't know if that's the AI or not. I'm down to 18 frames now. Okay, good. We got our first SPD coming in now. But he's not quite loaded yet, so let's see. Let's see what we get. We got plenty of room for stuff to come in. Interesting. So it doesn't matter, it doesn't seem to matter what's in the world, but it may matter what's at the industries themselves. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. It's 11:13. Can't tell how many auto racks because I don't have them all, but so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 this time. Let's try and Cedar Maid 1 again. I don't think it's going to get it this time because that should be him right there, shouldn't it? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna just waiting for the traffic to get moving. I want to shut off that one signal now. So once he's parked, I'm wondering what will come out next. As long as we can get him in there parked. But while that's doing that, let me take a look at the document and see if I can deal with it. What do we want to go with? Yeah, I'm not staying up too much later. I'm really tired. Redistributable setting. What the heck is that? I don't even know what that is. User guide. Okay. Configuring, and I can't even read that from here. And using industry tracks. Okay. That just deleted a train. Okay. Notice the weights are a little bit different on that one, or at least they seem to be. Like I see red and yellow, and I'm not too sure. That actually looks half decent. Yeah, instead of the green and red, we're actually getting like a different load there. That's kind of cool. Okay. Where was that here? Document. So the other, okay, this roughly indicates the max car capacity for each car type of car based on available trackage. It does not need to be exact. It is used to make sure the number of cars for each industry is generated, or an industry and generated trains are in the correct proportion to each other. Remember though that cars are randomly chosen, which we've seen that, because instead of 40 it goes a little bit higher and lower, so it is still possible for one industry to experience a random surge in traffic. If this is left at 1 for all industries, then every configured car type for all industries will have an equal chance of appearing in... Alright, hold on a second now. I might have missed on this. Cars are randomly chosen, so it is still possible for one industry to experience a random surge in traffic. If this is left at 1 for all industries, then every configured car type for all industries will have an equal chance of appearing in a general mixed freight train. Okay, so see the interacting. This indicates how many hours a car must be left in an industry before it will be processed. Note, this is based on the simulation time, so if you opt to freeze the time, cars will no longer be processed. On network, it is based on the simulation time on the host. Produces. Okay, so let's... yeah, we know that. Load or empty. For an industry, we'll accept covered hoppers that will be loaded in 18 hours. We can also add a random set of tags to use for the processed cars. That makes sense. Next, configure whether cars are to be processed at the same time. We'll all go to the same destination using the processed cars. Next, configure whether the cars are in the same direction using the processed cars and block tiles. So if enable the industry to use only one outgoing destination tag for cars that are processed close to each other. If this is disabled, then each individual car that is processed will have a tag that is randomly chosen from the set. AI, at this point, our industry is almost complete. I don't see the, oh, okay, processed cars and blocks. There's your tag right there. The add this industry button is red, indicating that the industry is not finished and cannot be added yet. The last step is to assign a track segment to do this using a track section. Short red lines are already part of the industry, or short aqua lines if it's not. Several sections are on the loader. Yeah, we've seen that. Okay. So, from what I am gathering, it really doesn't detect if the cars are there, but we'll see. I got a funny feeling that the only way to control it is going to be through your AI. New industry, import industries, industry list. That's cars that are ready. Still, I think it's, it's really industry. Okay, configuration. We've seen that. I can check how AI does it. The switch list, yeah, we've seen that. Now, I don't want to, how would you say, brag? I don't even know if I want to use the term brag, I guess. Oh, there's a train. Well, there's an SPD-1 there at Cedar. What's this one? Is this a new one? I'm not too sure if it is or not. Oh, it's coming, so let's see. Let's see if it did anything different. Still looks the same. So there's 31 there, huh? I'll check this just to make sure, but I think that was already set. Ah, but I didn't relinquish it. I gotta relinquish it. Okay. Or else it's not considered active in the industry. Some people were telling me that it actually has something to do with how long it's taking, or it takes a while for it to catch up or something like that. Yeah, there's trains everywhere. How come I don't get green or the red lights in the back? How do I get them? Let's see, as it turn lights on. That's kind of cool. Three-way meet. So, you know, pretty cool stuff that you can do. Yeah, it's gonna take a little practice, I guess. Holy smoke. I'm falling asleep. Yeah, not quite. I really want to get through some of this because tomorrow I think I'm doing something on a server, but I'm not sure. So these are guides. Let's see. Configuring hump yards, options. Okay, so there's your AI train crew thing. Using the dispatch screen, using the train tag. It's kind of neat how it'll check to see. I don't know how it does that. It must ping the clients must ping the host just to see how many servers or how many clients are online. It's kind of cool. Reading some of this just to see if there's something that I'm possibly missing, but we'll see once the next train pops up, if it does it. Read up on that a little bit, but let's see if we get pull 2000. On this screen, use the sliders to configure the probability that a train will be randomly spawned at each location. These values are relative to each other. If a slider is at the far left, random trains won't be spawned at the location. The Spawn Now button, clicking to spawn, see, is relative to each other, so it's like a ratio, so whatever. We'll randomly choose one of the trains. Once again, the sliders are used to configure the probability of each train being chosen. Again, these values are relative to each other. And a slider all the way to the left will prevent that train type from being randomly chosen. Each Spawn Now will randomly choose a configured train of that type, and are displayed with no trains of that type having been configured. This is done on the next screen. We'll return the spawns point screen for each spawn location. The train symbol button will open the train symbol configuration screen. This toggle. Okay, so here we go. I wanted to see a few of these things. So the tagged for industries. This will automatically add destination tags to all the cars in the train, and is only available for mixed freight trains. This function is covered in the separate user's guide for configuring. Okay, we knew that part. Alright. So loaded. This toggle switch controls whether or not the cars in a train will be loaded and is available for all trains except for... Okay. If tagged for industries is enabled, the cars will be loaded or unloaded based on industry configuration. If tagged for industry is disabled, then mixed freight trains will have a random mix of loads and empties. Okay, good enough. Passengers, light power moves. In Southern California routes, rear-end distributed power will be added to the generator trains if they are heavy enough. If this toggle switch is enabled, then mid-train distributed power units are also a possibility depending on how heavy the randomly generated train is. Disabling this will not only prevent mid-train distributed, but will also limit the maximum allowed weight on this train. For the current CSX routes, distributed power and therefore this toggle switch are disabled. Yeah, see, all that stuff is there. People are asking about train priority. This affects the horsepower per ton on the generated train. Location-specific rules. These are the minimum horsepower per ton. See, it looked like it said percentage. Well, that's interesting. Going backwards through the screens, the Spawn Now button on the train symbol screen will spawn a train with the selected train symbol configuration with the location and indication type at the top of the screen. The Spawn Now buttons in each row of the train type grid will randomly choose one of the configured train symbols for the train type and the location indicated at the top. Spawn Now button each of the row of the spawn points table will randomly choose from the configured train types using the assigned probabilities, then randomly choose one of the configured train symbols for that train type and spawn that train at the specified location. The Spawn Random Train Now button on the first screen will randomly choose a spawn point using the configured probability, then randomly choose from the configured train types using the assigned probabilities, then randomly choose one of the configured train symbols for the train types and spawn at a specific location. This is the equivalent of what happens automatically when random train spawning is enabled. Yep. Network permissions. In a single player session or as the host of a network session, the player has full permission to interact with it. Okay, I gotta see that in a minute. Okay. Why is he flashing? Or he can't get in because probably there's something in its way. Did I get another one? I don't know if I did or not. That's cedar. I'm not sure. That's cool. He looks like he's at the crew change. Let's see. Okay, now he's moving. That's good. That'll get me through to... I'm not too sure if it'll get me through to here or not. See, I already had a yellow light. I just want to make sure that these trains aren't stopping or else I'm going to have to delete one. There's a red signal there. Basically, I just want to get one more in there if I can. I mean, the good part is he's already through. Go back to San Bernardino. Check the yard here. No, I was wondering, like, just the way the graphics were for a minute. I thought that I saw lightning at first. That's just the way the clouds were. That's cool. All right. Lightning on the mind. So all the empties are in play. They're in the tracks. It hasn't been loaded yet. I got a funny feeling. I know it was reported, but I got a funny feeling that it ain't gonna matter. It's not gonna matter what's there or not. That's just my theory, but I could be wrong. I just want to make sure I got enough room for these guys now. So far, so good. He's got a long way to go. Holy crap. I think he'll just clear. The other thing too is the different types of tank cars. I don't know if you can change those or not. It was just interesting how it had that. That's something for another day that I'd like to see. Now I'm wondering, did it get to the tank cars? It got to the tank cars. I don't know if it went to passengers or not. I'm curious if it did or not. Oops. Take a look past that. So there's your tank cars. That goes to reefers. Some other stuff. I don't remember seeing passenger cars. Gondolas. I hope if it spawns, it still spawns in that same block and just creeps up. I'm not positive. Just because he's almost done here. Let me kill the other guy. He's still coming for a screw change. So Jason. I don't know if he's going to get that far or not. No, he's going for a screw change first. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the other guy's doing there. He probably didn't clear the track, did he? Well, just to be impatient, I'm going to delete this one. Just so I can get one more in there. We go into the forum. And then I'm going to call the night. Whoa! Do I get another window? Can't open another window? Jeez. What the heck's up with that? Because I popped out the window? Oh my god. I want another window. It's not going to let me do it, is it? Okay. I'll post a message before I go to bed then. That sucks. Well, I gotta go with 7 hours sleep. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. More comments below. Yeah, okay. What do you mean more comments below? Okay, that's right there. Thank you. Alright, would you spawn it where I wanted to? No, I don't want Colton Crossing. Well, I tell you what, I'm not going to wait for it because if I spawn it, it should work anyway, so... wrong one. No, that's not you. No. Yeah, I think that was it. That was it. I always forget the damn thing. Okay. So we got cedar. We're going to spawn this now. Alright, now let's take a last look at this. Where are you? Oh, you're back this way, aren't you? I think you are. That's not you, is it? Is that the one I just... I don't think that was the one I just spawned. Well, maybe it was. No, it can't be. Oh, maybe it was. No, this is the one right here. Hello. Give me that. I guess it was that one. I was thinking of the crew change. That's actually the receiver here. So yeah, it looks like it's still doing the same configuration, regardless if cars are in the yard or not. Went to the center beams. Alright. So I'm going to post on the forum before I head to bed, and I'm just going to let this one save for now. So it was kind of cool. Definitely some interesting stuff. I was curious how certain things would run or set up, so it'd be curious to see like what you have. Like it was saying, if you have one count for the industry, then everything becomes, relatively random. So, but there are ways of trying to harness the demand, and the only ways really what you're dealing with is capacity. Capacity is going to be your demand. And it's not going to be regardless of where cars are. I don't know where I got that idea from, but somebody had mentioned it or thought it had something to do with the cars actually in the system. And from what I can tell, it doesn't matter. And I know somebody had mentioned that after a while it stops. I don't think so. I think it's going to keep on generating whatever it can. Based on I guess like you can't configure multiple types of manifests. You can do tags. Where you're forcing certain tags to come in. So that means you can do your unit grain trains to up to Cargill, for example. That's not a problem. I'm just trying to think if there anything else, but. So that was the idea. I just wanted to get to see, the various train types. We definitely have the domestic train types, so there is room for that. So I'll post a message on the forum, just of my findings of what I've done tonight, and hopefully, if you're with me, you good luck with that. Pushing the limits of bells, going to bed. Yeah, so anyways, yeah. So Jason was helping me out too. He got me quite a bit of information on that, but there was a few things that I wanted to push beyond that just to see what the program would do. It was quite hilarious. I don't think Jason was around when um, I deleted all the industries. Some of you might have missed this earlier. I deleted all the industries and I just ran a train that had random, and I could tell it was basically it had to have been something John put in there, because it just seemed like John's humor, and the tags were help. It was like, yep, that's a John train, but every tag was help because it had no idea what, there was no industries in the system, there was no nothing, and it just went to help. But once you started adding it in, then it kind of randomizes to that point, and then everything's proportions. So it's everything's proportional as far as the proportions of the trains you call. You can't specify the proportions of the waybills though. So the only other way of doing that is to change your capacity. So capacity, you might want to think of it as what it could potentially take, but in reality, if you want to control the amount of demand, even if you have a big place like a big huge industry that doesn't take as much cars as it used to, then you want to lower your capacity quite a bit. And if you don't want any cars going to it, set it to one, such as that's been recommended for the transfer trains or the rock trains that go back and forth in between, or even the grain trains if you want to send all the grain stuff. You just want to do that. So anyways, I'm going to shut this down. I'll save this for now, but oh, that was cool. What the heck was that? Neat. I don't know what happened there. I was trying to do this, but okay. So I'm gonna save this. It was fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you stuck around, bored as hell, but anyways, it was fun tonight. So I'll end that for now. What am I in? Dispatcher screen. Okay, that's done. Yeah, but do. So. Anyways, we end that now. Woo! Close that up and call it the night. So, you ever want me to try to test something down the road or push it, other questions or whatever that I haven't covered, just leave some comments or posts on the forum and I'll try to get back to you. Talk to you later.